Good day. The last of 7.5 with solving, at least dealing with the techniques of solving. This one should be obvious when you solve, meaning when you get a group of these later on in the last week, you'll see different ways to solve. These should be obvious because what happens is you have an equation that actually has the word log in it already. You have the equation with log in it already. So what you're going to do is use the rewrite process that we did the first day of log, that we rewrote log into exponential form. You're going to do that to be able to solve these things, okay? So we'll start here, and what we're going to do is rewrite this as 8 is being the base, 2/3 is the exponent, and it's going to equal x minus 5. Then you're going to apply the 8 to the 2/3. So if you go in your calculator and just apply 8 to the 2/3 in your calculator, it'll give you a 4. So I'm going to change this now to a 4 equals x minus 5. And then obviously what we're going to do is just add that 5 to both sides to get x. And here you get x equals 9. All right. So that's how you do that one. That's done and done there. So you are rewriting in the beginning. So again, the log has to be by itself. So if you go to this one, you're going to see right away that there's a 4 in front of it. So we're going to divide by that 4 first to get log of 2x equals 5/4. Then when you rewrite this, you're going to raise it to that 5/4. But also keep in mind, this says log of 2x. So the base here, again, is 10. We've talked about this many times. So that means that 10 to the 5/4 equals 2x. So you have to apply 10 to the 5/4. Again, you go to your calculator, you go 10 raised to the 5/4, and you get 17 point, let's say call it 17.8. So you got 17.8 equals 2x. And then we divide. I don't like that x, hang on. 2x. And then you divide by 2 to get your answer in x equals. X equals, and then we just do this divide by 2 thing, and we get 8.9. All right. So again, when you see the word log, when you see the function log in the problem already, you are going to get log by itself to rewrite the problem. So you see here, now we have to use our properties. We're going to have to use our properties in this one to get this thing, by itself. So what I mean is, you see this minus sign here, that is going to say that we are dividing this guy and this guy. So I'm not really liking what I just wrote there, so I'm going to erase this. Erase. All right, and I'll go back to green to circle the minus sign to show you what I'm about to do. All right, so that's log base 2 of x divided by x minus 7. I'm going to put these in parentheses to show you that it's very separate from everything else, and this is just going to equal 3. Now when we rewrite this, again, the base is 2 to the 3rd equals x over x minus 7, or 8 equals x over x minus 7. And if you remember from many, many times us talking about how to solve what they have as a rational expression, you cross multiply. So that means it's, I'm over here now, 8 times x minus 7 equals x. Or 8x minus 56 equals x as I distribute. All right, I'll subtract this way, minus 8x to both sides. You'll get negative 56 equals negative 7x. And then when you divide by negative 7, you'll see that x will be 8. So to clarify one more time, we're using this minus sign here. We're changing it to division. That's from properties. It equals that. We rewrite it to 2 to the 3rd. We get this proportion, if you will. If you want to put it 8 over 1, that's fine. Cross multiply, distribute, and solve. All right, let's go to the next one. So here we are. So we have this now, change to green for a second, this plus sign, which means times, right? Know that from our properties. So that's log base 6 of 3 times x minus 7 equals 3. Of course, when you see parentheses, you know to distribute. So that's log base 6 of 3x minus 21. I'll put that back in parentheses just to show you the separation of it. Then 6 to the third. So we're rewriting now. 6 base 6 to the third equals 3x minus 21. 6 to the third, 216 equals 3x minus 21. Again, coming over here. That's why I left more room on this one because I need it. So you get, we're going to add 21. So you're going to get 237 equals 3x. And of course, divide by 3. And put that in your calculator. You'll get x equals 79. All right. So that's really all I have for you today on this one. I'm going to change slides here just for a second, so if you need to pause it to catch up. But here, which you'll see on your worksheet, I don't know if you've noticed this already, but I've put this on the worksheet where you can see the example done for you, which was the minus sign example. There's a minus example here that will help you understand of what you need to do and the steps you need to do it. So, of course, you are combining along using properties, you're rewriting in the base of exponents, the exponential form. You simplify the power and you just simply do algebra. That's how you do that. So that is the last base of the solving of 7.5. The next thing we're going to do next is the natural log. So get all this done and submit it, and you should be good. Thanks, guys.